Hi, welcome back to At Home with Joe. As I enter week 6 of working from home and social distancing, there's been a lot being written about what happens next. There's also a lot being written about what we'll learn from all this and what we could apply to a post-COVID future. Now, a few years ago, a colleague and I wrote an article about the future of work, and over the last 8 months or so at the University of Rochester, there's been a lot of conversations around what does that mean and how do we prepare students and our alumni for what a future of work could look like. Now, some of that's been accelerated because of what's happened with COVID. And so some of the trends that we identified are actually coming to fruition a little earlier than maybe we anticipated. So today, I wanted to focus on 3 questions that I think we should be asking ourselves as we think about a post-COVID future. Question number 1. We've already been working differently over the last couple of months. And the question really is what's here to stay and what will return back to some form of normalcy after we kind of settle back in? This is going to disrupt so many different parts of what higher education is. It's going to disrupt how we deliver education in terms of online learning. It's going to disrupt the service we provide, including career education. It's also might disrupt how we bring people together, whether it's employers and students, alumni and students, and what are the different ways we can do that? How ready are students to sort of adapt to and really lean into this kind of experience in the future, especially while blending it with a residential campus? Now, the other part of this question has to do with finances. There's no doubt that many higher education institutions will be looking to figure out how to recover from this because of the impact or toll it's taken on the university from a financial perspective. And so that's going to be really a big factor in all these equations as we think about what to do. But I think there are lessons we can learn from what we're doing. And I think this is a great time to be prototyping some different things, what really resonates with students, what resonates with teams, what resonates with faculty and staff, and what might be applicable in the future. Second question really has to do with how these inequities that we've uncovered during this time, can we bring those things to light and then also figure out how to change those? So as a really primary example, do all students have equal access to the resources they need to continue to learn while they're in this environment, whether that's being stuck on campus or home with their families, but maybe not having access to things like internet or computers? How will that change how we work with students? How will that change how we distribute resources to students to ensure that they know how to learn? Also, are there students that maybe require additional attention or support in a virtual environment that maybe they didn't need in an in-person environment? Those are going to be really struggles and may change how we deliver the resources and the services that we've come to sort of deliver in the past in higher education. But what do we do about those things, and how do we raise those concerns, but also really raise them as a priority to better deliver the education that we think we can deliver? The last question also has to do with access and diversity. This really revolves around employers. So for employers, what does it mean for them to be able to access maybe a wider array of talent than they originally been able to access before? It's really important for them to look at this might be a great way to diversify their workforces in so many different ways. Geography might not be as much of a concern, and this might give them access to students that are all over the world or all over the country, but also different types of learning abilities, as well as different sorts of backgrounds. So it might be a really great way for organizations to really think more deeply about their abilities to engage a wider base of employees and talent to accomplish the needs or services that they may have as an organization. Really interesting thing to sort of examine. I think it's going to be something for offices like mine to be able to support, help employers to be able to navigate that. So those are the thoughts I had for this week. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Testani Careers, and also check out our AMAs or Ask Me Anythings that we're doing weekly now here at the Greene Center. Hope you're staying safe and healthy, and see you next week. Take care.